Hey guys, it's Rav Adams here. I'm joined by Coach Christina Liu.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic because if you are not getting the results that you want in your life and career, there is one particular thing that might really change your life, and that is changing your belief system. Because your belief system is basically your thoughts. And if we use the metaphor of the suited monk, is part of the suit. It's how you see yourself, but it's also basically how you see the world. And your belief system is really powerful because on an conscious or unconscious way, every decision that you make on a daily basis is basically because you believe it is the right thing to do. And belief system basically they come up from when we are born, from our life experiences or the belief system that we've received from our parents. Oh, you're a good singer, and if you hear it all the time, at the end you start to believe, for example, you're a good singer. Or I once had a guy in my workshops, and his father always used to tell him, "Oh, you're very lazy. You're very lazy." So at the end of the day, he says, "The whole thing I'm doing every day is sitting on my couch because I'm lazy." And I said, "No, you're not lazy. It's the belief system that you project on yourself."
Mhm.
When I was in China as well, I used to work with an entrepreneur, and his previous business partner used to cheat on him. So his belief system was that all business partners are cheaters. But of course, it's not necessarily true. So depending on the belief system that you develop from, let's say, your life experiences from when you are young, or your life experiences in general, you create a certain reality on what you think is the truth.
Mhm.
But sometimes this truth can actually hold us back from really moving forward. For example, I remember when I started my corporate career, I had a belief system like, I'm not smart enough to become successful because I didn't have a master's degree or a PhD. And I had this belief system in my mind that, all successful people have a master or a PhD, but it's not necessarily the case.
Mm.
So it's only once I changed that belief system that I was able really to progress and move forward. So sometimes really, it's really important to question how you see the world and how you see yourself. What's your experience on that one, Christina, on the belief system?
Yeah, thank you so much, Raf, for sharing your experiences and giving your view about belief systems. And what comes up for me is this word that sometimes, we hear in the coaching world or just in general is self-limiting beliefs. What
Right.
are the beliefs that we have that limit ourselves from doing what we really want to do and achieving the kind of on the kind of scale that we really could is possible?
Mm.
And you give examples of your clients and yourself, and I had many of these self-limiting beliefs myself. Just one of the recent ones when I was considering going on remote year, this travel around the world for a year. I thought, at that time I was 36, and I thought, oh, I'm too old to do this. I already did my MBA. This is 10 years ago. I had that, 1 year of intense international experience, and now why would I still want to do this again? It's a belief that, oh, people who are older can't do this. And then eventually I through a lot of coaching and looking at myself, I said, no, I'm going to do this. And then I joined the group, and there were many people that were older than me. So, the reality actually proved me to be wrong. And so
Mm.
what, and what is exactly is a belief? Tony Robbins gives the definition, which I really like. It's a thought that you believe with absolute certainty. Think about that for a second. Is there any thought, and if there's something that you believe with absolute certainty, then yeah, you would do anything to to go for it. But then if you just take a pause and say, is there a chance, any possibility, even that 1% chance that there could be something different, that I could disprove this thought with absolute certainty? So
Yeah.
so come with it with a curious mind, and just ask yourself, is there a chance that this could be wrong? So that's kind of my band, and I found that to be very helpful in myself. And even though we've been on this journey of self-development, but there are still times I have self-limiting beliefs still today. But what I do now is I just question, is this absolutely true? Can this possibly be wrong?
Right. Because anything is possible at the end of the day in life, and that's why we have to question our beliefs. And for some people, if the belief becomes like almost like an obsession of a reality, it becomes like a conviction, like this is the truth, without really challenging or really re-exploring whether that belief is true or not.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I found really powerful to change your beliefs is first to be aware of them and question them,
Right.
but then also really to look for evidence in the world that is supporting the new belief system that you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
So with the example that I gave earlier about all business partners are going to cheat on you, for example, if you have that belief system and it's holding you back from creating a business, is to look at, okay, which businesses have been successful with business partners,
Mm-hmm.
and do research on that. And you're going to find so many examples for every belief that you have that's really going to challenge the way you see yourself or the way you see the world. So yeah, it's really important to continuously reflect on how you see yourself and to really rephrase those beliefs. And
Mm-hmm.
then all that matters is really to, on a daily basis, to reflect, keep reflecting on the new beliefs until it becomes basically your new reality. And
Yeah.
well,
Do you have, Raf, do you have some signs where you see people do say that is a sign for them to, now it's a time for you to reflect on, do you need to question this? Because I
yeah,
had a
absolutely.
couple, yeah, curious
Yeah.
to see whether you have
The,
any.
the, the biggest sign is the pain. When people are in so much pain, they have so much frustration, it's because something's not working.
Yeah.
And that's typically when they reach out for coaching, because either they have fears or they have limiting beliefs and they're stuck. So that's basically, as a coach, then you really help them to open that mindset for them to make different decisions so they can really move forward in their life and challenge their belief system so they can, fulfill their dreams and do what they would love to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that a lot in my clients as well. And for me, I also, just to give people some pointers to just, reflect on yourself. I think anytime that we say we're too something, whether
Right.
it's too young, too old, or something not enough, like when you said, I'm not
Yeah,
smart enough, not experienced enough, not educated enough. Anytime you
yeah,
have these like blanket statements, I think it's a sign that you need to reflect on. Oh, is there a possibility that there are other evidence in the world that could prove me wrong? You know,
right.
and what you said about being in pain, and like just struggling. And I think that's another one, like whether you're being in pain or doing something that just feels so hard. Like to me, I feel, anything that's meant to be, or that's going to succeed comes with ease. It should flow. I'm not saying you don't work hard. You work hard, but it still should feel like it's a flow. Anytime you're like feeling like it's just a struggle, that's, I think,
Exactly.
a,
It reminds me of the metaphor with the elephant. So the, when the young elephant, when they attach him to a pole with a chain, the
mm,
young elephant cannot walk away because it's too small. But as the elephant grows up and grows up, the elephant still thinks it cannot walk away because the chain is attached to the pole, but it actually has the strength to break it and to run free. But it
mm,
has the belief system that it cannot because his whole life he has been conditioned that way. So
yeah.
sometimes we really have to break the chain and make the decision to liberate ourselves and to change that belief system.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I love this discussion. I mean, I think we can talk about this for a long time, but
Yeah.
how can people get in touch with you, Raf, if they want to work with you?
Yep, people can in touch on Instagram with Suited Monk Official, or go to the website www.suitedmonk.com and reach out to the contact form. If you want to experience more happiness or break those belief systems and the struggles that you have, feel free to reach out. And as well, of course, to Christina. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. My name is Coach K. Liu, and then I also have a website at www.christinaliu.com. And I would love to work with you to schedule a sample session, and we'll talk about how we can help you to break some of these limiting beliefs and get you to achieve what you really
Awesome.
can achieve.
Very
Well,
nice.
thank you everyone for watching again this week, and we would love to hear your comments and feedback. Please make them below. and especially for future topics as well. What would you like to hear?
Cool. Awesome. And
Thank
we'll
you
see
very
you
much.
guys in the next video.
Okay, thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Take care. Ciao.